real estate, the market's going on. We always get the question all the time, how's the real estate market? The real estate market's hotter than fire. That's what we're going to say, right?
It is, yeah.
It's just moving. Things are moving. We need inventory. We told you this for a long time, but I'm telling you, it's getting in a more critical state. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like constantly we're going down, down, down on our inventory. We need that. I had a conversation with somebody yesterday, one of the agents here at the office, about the inventory. Our inventory is unbelievably low. We've never saw it this way ourselves. So the real estate market is doing very good. Go ahead. You got something you really need.
Well, I was going to say about this is another example. This is just today.
Yes.
So Dad just listed a house this morning.
I was going with
just
that,
went on the MLS this morning. It's a $200,000
Now, when
house.
we say this morning, we're going to say 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Right.
Somewhere through there.
So, been on the market 4 hours, 3 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah, 2 hours. Okay.
Yeah, 2 hours. You doing
so,
good, man.
yeah. Anyways, what was I saying?
You was going to tell them how many showings.
I was trying to do math right in my head.
Yeah, 2 hours.
Trying to figure out how you got 2 hours.
10
Go ahead,
12,
though.
10 to 12.
I think you said 9.
9:30, 10 o'clock.
Okay,
Yeah.
here we go. Anyways, I was really confused there for a minute.
Yeah,
So,
go ahead.
anyways, it is already not under contract, but it has so many showings today, we cannot even accept any
No more is
showings.
allowed. No more is allowed.
No more showings
Think
today.
about that.
They're already booking for tomorrow.
Think of that,
So
man.
we're putting people on time slots for tomorrow.
That's what I'm saying.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. But that's what's going on in the real estate market here in the Lakeway area. So
Lord
again,
Almighty.
we've been saying these things, but that's what's happening. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So here's what we're going to talk about today. With that being said, the market being the way it is, there's some things we've already learned, right, that we need to let you guys know that we're going to talk to you about today. So we're going to be talking about 4 things that we've already learned. What's that noise? In 2020. It's
Printer's printing. Yeah, I was like, what is that noise? There's an airplane landing on out here.
4 things we've already learned about selling your house.
Yes.
In this 2020 real estate market. That's what we're going to give you today. We've got 4 of them. Anything you need to do before we dive into this information?
Let me go to the bathroom real quick.
All right, here we go. Let's go. Here's number 1, okay?
You never asked me that question, so it was a perfect answer.
I
The
got
goes
you.
down back there.
So here's number 1, okay? Here's number 1.
Go
Here's
ahead.
what we're going to talk about. Multiple offers, all right? As you just said, a lot of showings, man.
Yes.
A lot of things
Listen,
going down.
the last guy that called about, let me tell you one more story about that.
Got it.
The last guy that called
You
trying
just wanna say
to get scheduled on to look at the house today, he said, I'm going to be honest with you, my people's probably going to make an offer today.
Right.
Even though they can't see it.
Gotcha.
They're just going to blindly make an offer.
They're just going to put an offer in on it.
That's
Think about that
crazy,
now.
yes.
So that's what I'm saying. So this is what we've learned already in the 2020 market.
It looks so good, I thought maybe I should make an offer on it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, it gets you excited.
Multiple offers and offers over asking price are a real thing. We had the conversation. You will remember this conversation maybe Thursday, Friday, but we was having a conversation that if you even got this a little old bitty inkling that you could potentially sell your house in the next year or 2, you need to put it on the market right now.
Right now.
You need to put it on the market, and you need to get you a good market analysis done on it, and you need to sell your house.
Yeah.
Because that's how quickly things are doing. If you think it's going to happen,
Right.
because we don't know how far this is going to continue to go.
Right.
We don't know what's going to continue to happen in these places. But we do know right now, as you just said, that's real live information. That's getting you right inside a real estate office, telling you exactly what's going on.
Right.
That's a true story. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
What you got to say, multiple offers and offers over asking price, they're a real thing. Man.
Yes.
It's not a smoke and mirror. It's a real thing.
Right.
So that's something that, again, that you need to be prepared for. You need to be considerate of in those things, whether buying or selling. We're talking about what we've learned on the selling side. You better have some good representation, those kind of things. Make sure everything is going in the right way, because multiple offers over asking price. 2020, that's where we are. That's a real thing.
Yeah.
That is a real thing. We're going through 4 things we've already learned in this 2020 real estate market. If you're selling a house, you need to pay attention to these 4 things. I got number 1. What do you got for number 2?
So this is where sometimes people mess up.
Here it is.
Okay, because it gets tricky.
You're giving it big right
because
here.
you're hearing that
You're
we're
going with
we're
it
getting
right
multiple offers. We're getting offers over asking price. So mine is you don't want to overprice your house.
I love it. Nope.
So obviously everybody knows what that means, that you overprice it. But
Sure.
again, homes are selling right now for, I'm going to say, record highs.
Well, I would probably say I'm not a historian in the real estate market.
Right.
But I'm going to go with that, yes.
Well, I mean, I'm saying look at stuff that
Yeah.
we've sold, stuff that I sold in a neighborhood last year.
Right.
It's went up crazy, the amount of money that those places have went up in a year's time. So a lot of times people seeing that, and so you might have a $200,000 house, and you might have thought it was really worth 180, but then you see it's like, oh, it's worth 200,000 now. But then people still want to say, because they know it's that hot.
Exactly.
Well, if it's really worth 200, let's put it at about 220.
Right. Right.
Not necessarily a good idea.
Sure. Not if you're wanting to sell it.
Not if you're wanting to sell it.
Yeah,
now if you're just wanting to try to hold on to it and maybe hope somebody comes by, it might work. I'm not going to tell you that it won't. Last year, if you asked me that question, I'd have told you no, you ain't going to get nobody to come look.
Exactly.
You'll probably get lookers right now.
You could potentially do
You just might not get that good offer.
Exactly.
So, but again, right now, if they're priced right, which is really nothing that has ever changed from this, if the house is priced right, marketed right, you're going to get showings, you're going to get offers, but in today's times, you're going to get those multiple offers, you're going to get offers over asking price, but you at least got to be in the ballpark to start, because people is immediately going to just rule you out.
Here's what you got to remember too about talking about overpricing. It's never been a good idea. It's still not a good idea. All of those things still remain true. There still has to be appraisals done. There's still got to be a good, you've got still a smart consumer. They just think consumers haven't lost their mind.
Right.
Even though we're seeing what we're seeing. They still haven't kind of lost their mind that they're just like, we'll do whatever.
We'll buy whatever.
The regulations, especially if there's a mortgage involved, are still there.
Right.
It's kind of keeping this thing where it needs to be. I agree with it, okay?
Right.
I agree with all of that. But what you're wanting to see is, again, the overpricing, price it right. If you price it right, it draws the attention and makes what we talked about, number one, happen.
Right.
Because you got so many people looking at it going, oh my goodness, that's a $200,000 house. We need to go look at that.
Right.
And so you got 12 other people in town wanting to look at it.
Right.
Now it's driving your price the way that you want it to do.
Right.
So you usually end up getting more.
Right.
But when you start there, now I get the old adage, okay? I'm going to go with one here, and this might get us in trouble.
That's what I said.
You can always come down is a true statement. It'll always be a true statement.
That's true.
But it's not always the right strategy
Right.
that you need to use in pricing your house.
Right.
Because you can price yourself out of the market. Now, you don't have to put that to use for nothing.
Right.
You just heard us say that, but that's a true statement.
Well, again,
okay?
but the reason why you're getting these multiple offers and offers over asking price is because it's competitive. That's a competitive, because that house is priced right.
That's the free market world, man. That's what you want to do.
But I'm saying, if you've really got a 190 house and you price it at 215,
yes.
Now the 190 house might make it to 195 or 200,000 if it's priced right.
If you do it right.
But the 215, if you're overpriced, you're going to get, because again, most of the time, you ain't going to have no competition.
Exactly.
You're a little bit above where you should be.
Yes.
So you ain't going to have people beating your door down trying to look. So you're going to get that 209 offer.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
You look at those things, and this strategy, okay, even pricing it right, has been used for years in the auction industry. Right? It's the same kind of thing. At an auction, whatever the starting bid is, okay? So your asking price, go play the game with me, is your starting bid.
Right.
If we got 3 people wanting your house,
yeah, like today, we got
couple
people
number
lined up,
2 going to have to give more than couple number 1 or the asking price was.
Right.
If the iPad starts out at $100 and I want to buy it for $100 and you want to buy it, you're going to have to pay more for $100. You know what I'm saying? So that's the things that you got to look at and see. That's why, again, in pricing your house, that's not always the right strategy of going over what that it needs to do. We're talking today about 4 things we've already learned in this 2020 real estate market if you're trying to sell your house that you probably want to pay attention to. If you know somebody that's selling a house or potentially going to be selling a house, they probably need this information too. In addition to giving them this information, give them our names, give them our number. It's on the screen behind us. Tell them to call us up. We'll do whatever we can do to help them get their home sold.
Kim Roberts said she would rather stay home with grilled steak and sausage.
I like it, man.
I think she meant salad.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Sid, man.
Let's see here. What else? Kim Harmon. She said she would rather go out because he can't fix anything but soup beans.
Soup beans is good.
But she said, but he does fix the best soup beans.
I'm going to say soup beans is. I love.
So yeah, but so
now I could have put soup beans on
and
my
eggs.
Eggs. Soup beans.
Have you ever eaten soup beans and eggs together?
Yes, I have.
True story?
And we're going to go with number 3 here.
No,
Yeah.
you've not.
Yeah.
I want to see a video.
I got
soup
you, man.
beans and eggs.
I've got you. Here we go.
Dipping
You got
it.
anything else that you need to say, Aaron?
No.
Okay, here we are, number 3. We got
Kim Harmon said they just bought another house. They'll tell you they're buying
another
houses,
house,
people.
buying houses like crazy
Yeah.
up there. That's what they
We're
do.
hoping you buy one closer down here to us.
Yeah,
Kim.
come on down. You went too far up a road.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. We sure miss you guys. Hopefully you come back down this way. Here's number 3, all right? The earlier that you can get your house listed in this year, okay? Yesterday would have been the good time to do it.
Right.
So here's what we've learned so far in 2020. 4 things we're talking about we've already learned. The earlier you can get your house on the market, the better that it's going to be.
Right.
I'm going to go quickly and say these couple things. Interest rates are great right now.
Right.
Not only is it great to sell, it's great to buy.
Right.
Historically low interest rates are still right now. So again, a lot of buyers in the market, right? So we don't know what's going to happen in any of this stuff. We cannot predict the future. We can look at stats and see what's going to happen, but we don't necessarily 100%.
I don't know the circumstances. I don't know the situation, but I know me and Mom was having a conversation this morning, and she said that a person who's buying a house got approved at a local bank here, and their interest rate was 2.9 something.
Right. We don't know what you don't know.
I don't know what all
behind
those
that.
buying points or whatever,
Yeah.
but I don't know what goes into
Don't have a
it.
clue.
But again, that just shows you interest rates are
But
crazy
that's what I'm saying.
low.
So the earlier you can get it on, we do know there's a large pool of buyers right now.
Oh, yeah.
In the local market.
Right.
The earlier you can get it on, the better likelihood you're going to get it
Yeah.
sold. We do know that right now we're coming up on the spring market. There's probably going to be even more buyers
Right.
that come into the market. The point is, we know what's going on right now. We don't know what's going to be going on middle of the year, end of the year, economically in our country. We have no idea what's going to be going on.
Right.
This is an election year. That can play a big role in what happens in the market, no matter what side does what.
Right.
It plays a role in what happens.
It does.
So again, the earlier you can get it on, number 3 is the better that it's going to be for you. Last one, bringing it home. What do you got for number 4?
Well, there's still one thing that really sells houses.
Gotcha.
And so we're going to give a plug for
Roll with it, man.
with everybody, but
Yeah.
we're going to give a plug for ourselves too. But you better list it with an agent for one, with a real estate company. You better list it with a real estate
You
company.
need an agent.
Yes, you do.
You need a real.
And you need one who has a massive social media presence.
I like
now,
the
I
word
know somebody
massive,
who's
man.
got a good massive social
Yeah, I
media
do
presence.
too, yeah.
But I'm saying, like, I still find it funny that there's people that I guess some people steal facts. Let's just
Sure.
be honest with you. Some people
Sure.
still
I
send
just
facts.
did it yesterday.
Yeah, you did.
I just did it
Okay.
yesterday.
But
I mean, it was to a client.
Right.
They were out of state.
Right.
They needed that. So
everybody, the world is on Facebook. We all know that. We're all here right now. That's
We're
where
at.
the world's at.
Yes.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you're on there. So you better be on there. You better have somebody who's trying to sell your house that is on there. If you're asking agents, you're interviewing agents to list your house and they say, I don't really do anything on Facebook, I would look somewhere else.
yeah, websites
Just
are
be
good,
honest.
but websites are fading.
Well, they're fading out. They're fading out.
Everything's moving to
Everybody's advertising. Anything you think of something right now and say, I would like to know more about baby horses.
You're going to have ads.
You're going to have an ad for baby horses.
I'm saying you are.
Oh, I know I will.
You
Yeah,
are.
I will
You're
have an
gonna-
ad for baby horses in just a
Yes.
matter of minutes.
Yes.
On my Facebook. So whatever you're thinking, Facebook reads your mind somehow.
Listen to you, man. They're
Yeah.
listening to you. That's
So
the key.
again, you better have somebody who has a good social media presence,
Exactly.
or you might be sitting there thinking, "I wonder why my house hasn't."
I'm
sold."
with you on this. Again, hopefully this has been some good real estate information for you.